Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back.
This is episode 63. This man, I'm saying this man because everything I'm about to say is a lot. He has accomplished things that we aspire to accomplish, and he's set the bar for how we should handle business when it comes to opportunities such as that. He told us that his favorite food was Wagyu, A9 preferably. He absolutely hates the code. We know he hates the code. He said if you are in something, meaning whatever field you choose or creative that you choose, that you're in it with your heart and not just in it just to be in it. You're giving it your all. His inspiration comes from the people. This man that I'm talking about is a man of his word. This man is Cosmos Ink. I know I introduced you, but could you introduce yourself?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? So my name is Angelo Bonaparte, and I started up Cosmos Ink back in 2018. I started it up because I noticed that there wasn't that much information out there about sublimation. If it was pretty much scattered all over the place. So I wanted to create a community and create an environment to where all that information can be coming directly from that source. So people don't have to go out to all these different places to get, bits and pieces of information. So after I started that up, I started helping people. Then after that turned into helping people 24/7. Which turned into me, selling ink. And we've been going up from there, going up from 2018. We went from starting in the basement to going into a storage unit to going into a warehouse. So yeah, that's what we're doing now.
Period. Y'all know me, man, Seek Paris. But before we jump into this interview, man, we're going to go to this commercial, pay these bills real quick, and we're going to be back and get to it.
Caesar dealer. I sell Caesar. Oracal is my other big brand that is well known. I have all the colors of Oracal, 12-inch, 24-inch. I have my own branded decal called Galaxy. It's the competition to Oracal. I carry Oracal. Metamark, probably the best decal there is. Hands down, it's matte, but it's fantastic. I carry sublimation products. That's the future where we're growing right now is sublimation, and we have our own line of glitter for like tumblers, resin. So that's our other big one. Stardust glitter coats, the other big one we're growing right now is for online presence and in stores. The molds, the glitters, all the sublimation products. I mean, that stuff changes every day and adds new things. I mean, it's.
So if somebody order, what's your turnaround time typically for an order?
Typically within 24 hours.
That's Vinyl Supply Unlimited. Make sure y'all head on over there.
So we back. So, man, I'm going to jump into it, man. You mentioned your journey through the sublimation. Now you got the DTF inks, the DTF printers coming out. Can you give us a little info on that?
Oh, man. So the DTF printer is going to be, and I know if people have been asking me, is going to be a R2000 printer. So with that, instead of it coming with 6 channels, which will normally be your cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, and your 2 whites, this is going to come with 8 channels. Cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, and then 4 whites. So now, since it has 4 whites, it allows you to print a whole lot faster than a normal 2-channel white.
That's dope. So, man, you started out with inks. What made you get into the machines?
Honestly, it was a shortage. I mean, like when I first started up with sublimation, you could easily go to Best Buy and buy. At that time, it was the 7710 or 7710 or 720. No, I'm sorry, 7110 or 7210. But now printers just in general are hard to find, and I noticed that after I started up Cosmos Ink, people just started going to Best Buy, Staples, wherever, and just buying the heck out of these printers. So that's it was honestly a shortage, and that's why I decided to get into selling the printers.
So when we see a Cosmos Ink sublimation printer. Seeing
Hopefully.
that. Yeah,
Hopefully. I can't talk about that too much, but we gonna see.
yeah, man.
Yeah. We definitely gonna see. It was just the DTF printer that was honestly, it was easier to come out with. So I did end up going that route. But the future Cosmos Ink sublimation printers, or ones that are being offered right now, it's just they're big. They're not like the small, desktops. Like I don't even think that they're like the size of the DTF printers. So I'm just trying to see, what are my options on that end, and just going from there.
Are you going to sell by the bundle? Now, I know you have a bundle sublimation, but like how you have the Cosmos brand, that bundle pack, is it going to be the same similar thing with that?
Yeah, it'll definitely be the same similar thing. I'll try to sell it with the ink and with the paper as well, so that way as soon as you get it fresh out the box, you can go ahead and start printing. You won't have to wait.
So can you elaborate a little more what comes in the box?
With the DTF printer?
Yeah.
So with the DTF printer, you get the printer itself, you get the base, and I can actually I can take y'all over there.
I
can take y'all over there real quick.
Man himself.
So
you saw it here
this
first.
Is the printer. This is the printer right here. Don't mind the chair holding it up. It does latch right here to these two screws. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll latch to those two screws, and then make sure all of this is on just one table. But yeah, this is the printer. So it'll come with the printer. It'll come with this. It'll come with some film. It will come with the powder, and that'll be flawless powder, and the paper will be Ambition Crafting, and it also
right there
as well. And then these are the 4 channels inside of the printer that I was talking about earlier.
Oh, okay.
So you got just cyan, magenta, yellow, black, and then you got 4 whites in there. And it'll also come with this oven down here as well.
Okay.
Nice package deal.
It is nice.
Yeah. So by the time you get the printer is gonna come out the box. Pretty much everything you need to go ahead and start printing.
Yeah, man, that's dope. Yeah. We got Ashley's in there in the crowd right here. If y'all don't know, that's Ambition's Crafting.
Hey, what's up, Ashley?
Shout out to Anthony, aka Flawless. 615.
He gonna show up here. He's somewhere. He'll be around. You gonna see him heckling in the crowd soon. My God, man. So the DTF inks, for people that don't know, man, what's the difference between DTF ink and sublimation ink and the process?
So main difference is sublimation ink don't have white.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one thing. The second thing after that is sublimation ink can only adhere to polyester fibers and or polyester or polyacrylic coated items that are made for sublimation. With the DTF ink, you can apply this to 100% cotton, 100% polyester, cotton poly blends. I've tried some cotton and like a cotton and a visco blend. It's a bunch of different things that you can be able to heat press it to. Mm-hmm. And I also like it because you can apply less heat.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot less heat. You don't have to run into scorching issues and all the other stuff, depending on what you're trying to put the DTF ink on.
So let me double back to that machine, man. I seen a couple questions. Well, first one was, how much will it be, and when can they expect it?
So we're still in between the price point of $4,000 up to $49.99. I don't have an exact price point just yet, but we're looking at it could be late January, maybe late January, early February.
And the next question was, Will there be any RIP software that comes with it?
Yes, it comes with the RIP software too. So it comes with the RIP software, come with the printer, the paper, the ink, the powder, and the convection oven. Also, it has an automatic timer for the white circulation. So there's a motor that goes on top of your white tank, and it's a spinner down inside, because your white ink is thicker than your cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. When you have problems with DTF, 9 times out of 10 is always the white channels. And that's because it starts to separate over time. So you have to shake your bottles when you first get them, put them in there, and you have to keep agitating it and shake your cartridges, your dampers inside your machine every day. So with that white ink circulation, what it does is it's a motor, and it spins inside, and that way it agitates your white ink and keep it from separating. And then instead of you just having that cut on all the time, where I've seen some printers where you got a little knob on, you just turn that knob and it just spins 24/7. This one is on a timer. So every 30 minutes, it'll spin for like 5 seconds and then cut off. So that ends up saving your motor from burning out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is not my first DTF printer. This is my second one.
Saving the motor.
Yeah.
Hey, that's highly intelligent, man. You thought of the ins and the outs, and it's a complete package.
Yeah, ready to go.
Yep. It's a 100% complete package.
So, man, for what you do, I know you definitely have to have a team. So what was your process in picking somebody to be a part of Cosmos Inc.?
As far as on what ends? As far as in the group, or as far as like working?
No, as far as your business goes, how do you trust people with your machines, your numbers? You know what I mean? How let me rephrase that. Do you know when a person will fit into your business?
I look at what they're currently doing. I look at what you're already doing. If you're already doing a good job at just showing up, that's like a big thing. Like, people don't show up to work, so I'm looking for who's dependable, who's going to be there when they say they're going to be there. If I need them, they'll be there and whatnot. So the job is not hard. It's not hard at all. So I do have I look for people who are currently dedicated to what they are doing and judge them based off their current work ethic versus I'm going to be a good fit, or I'm going to be good. I want you to already be good.
Right. We got to double back to the machine. We missed a question. Kim McDowell asks, what about a warranty?
Okay, so the warranty, it is going to be a limited warranty. So you will get spare parts, and I'm trying to look at it from both aspects, because it ain't cheap. I know it's not cheap. Like, a lot of people are going to be like, hey, I spent, nice money on this printer, this and this, and I would expect the same thing. But at the same time, these printers, they are modified. So it's, and then on top of that, there is maintenance things that I don't want people to get the printer thinking that they don't got to do, no maintenance, because there is maintenance work on it. And the last thing I want is for somebody to get the printer, don't do the maintenance, and they'll be like, hey, this not working, this not working. I'm like, did you run your printer head cleaning, one time a day? Did you leave your printer on so the white ink can circulate? Did you shake up your dampers? I just don't want anybody to go on vacation for, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then come back and be like, what's going on?
Right.
All preparation that went into it, and they should have done before they went on that 2 weeks. I see all types of videos.
Yeah, but I do got stuff in motion to where if they do leave out for an extended amount of time, then I'll be like, hey, if you do see yourself going out of town for 3 days or more, go ahead and do this, and this, so that way when you get back, your printer will be good to go. You won't have any hiccups.
Are you going to offer a cleaning solution at some point in time, you think?
I should. I should, and I will. I'll say that.
Man. So Tampa Barbecue Queens asks, are you hiring and where can she sign up? She's 2 minutes away from you.
I'm not hiring just yet, but I will say this. The next position that I hire more than likely is going to be a in-house DTF expert. So I want somebody to be a dedicated person for DTF that know all the ins and outs. Because I know a lot of people come to me and they be like, hey, I know you know everything. This is this. Like, first off, rule number one, I don't know everything. Right. I don't know everything, but I know bits and pieces enough to, be able to put, this pile together and, go from there. And I don't want to be locked down to just DTF, technician work. So it's better to get somebody that knows, about that. This is what they do 24/7. They do that. I do what I do with, the business. And then that way I can work on growing the business, working on the business instead of working, for the business. And the more I can go out and do what I got to do, the more customers, we can bring in, more supporters or whatnot, then we can go from there. But 9 times out of 10, it's definitely going to be a DTF, in-house DTF expert.
Makes sense, man.
Angelo, this is a little bit off to the side. And just something I want to ask you last time. Do you use vision boards?
Vision boards? No, but I have heard of. I haven't heard that in a long time. No, I do not, but I know exactly what a vision board is. I've never made one, but physically, but I've always had one mentally in my head.
The reason I ask because it seems like all your moves is very calculated. Like you took a lot of time to come with the plan, the vision, and to see it like right before my eyes is amazing. Salute to you, brother. I know I said that last time a lot, but I gotta say it again because you repeating a lot of successes just now on the other side with DTF.
Now, I will say this. No, I don't have a vision board, but my entire life, as early as I can remember, I have deadly focus, deadly dedication, and it's definitely a catch-22 because yes, it's good to have that, but I'm the type of person where I will be consumed by that.
Yeah.
So if I be like, hey, I'm gonna do XYZ, like I'm going full-fledged. I don't care what anybody has to say. I'm gonna try it and figure out what works and what don't works. And I'm gonna get it all the way to the point so where it is automated. And like I've always been like that with everything I've tried to do my entire life. I've always had that level of focus and that level of dedication to, do something and get it done.
Yeah, man, and that it shows though. It definitely shows because everything you do, like you see, like he said, is calculated and it's planned out very, very well. So if you see that question, Tampa asks, we offer the small conversion kits. I have a WF2850.
More than likely, no. But you can go. They have different places online. I know Ink Owl. It's a few other places online that sell those refillable cartridges for that. So just get on there and find somebody who sell those refillable cartridges that are compatible with that printer. And then when you come back to us, all you have to order is the 100 milliliter bottles that come with the syringes. And then you'll just fill up those cartridges with our ink, and then you can go from there.
So the 100 milliliters, that's the same size bottle you sell for the sublimation ink that comes in the
Hold on, sublimation ink or DTF ink?
No, I'm saying, is it the same size bottles as the sublimation ink, or bigger or smaller?
I think they were. Hold on, were they referring to sublimation for that conversion kit for sublimation?
No. I was asking.
Okay.
No, I was asking as far as the size of the bottles of DTF ink. Would they be
right? Okay.
I'm pointing because I got my Cosmos ink right here, but would the bottle be that size?
No. So the DTF ink bottles will be 250 milliliters each.
250.
Yeah, 250 each, and then it'll come with 2 whites. So you get the cyan, magenta, yellow, and then you get 2 whites, and then each one is 250.
That's not bad. Any more questions? Tampa said I have 3 boxes of ink. She ready to go.
Yeah, she is.
Now I will say this: I've learned over these past, I said like 2-3 weeks I've had this printer. Since Anthony came over and shout out to Anthony, man. I don't give that man as much credit as I need to. Shout out to Ant, man. He drove all the way down here from Virginia. No, I'm sorry, from
Nashville.
Tennessee. Yeah, Nashville. Yeah. He drove all the way down here from Nashville.
There you go.
He helped me put together the whole printer. He helped me, understand the software and everything. So shout out to him, man. It was through that, and through just me messing with these printer over these past couple weeks that I found out that your white ink, it takes a ton of white ink. Like you will run out of white ink 4 times, 10 times over before you run out of your other colors. And that's because it has to put down more white. Well, it has to put down white over your whole image.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I definitely learned that. So, yeah, just know that if you do get the ink and your whites run out, we'll make sure we have enough white ink in stock for you to be able to, come back and get that.
So we learned when we had Flawless on a few weeks back that the white ink, it lays down so much white ink because for the print to make your colors pop, basically. I can't think of the words I want to use, the correct terms, but to help your colors pop off on whatever you put it on. And I was just saying that to the people that didn't know, but I'm gonna read this comment to you. Shayna Krause said, "Congrats to you, Angelo. I wish you lots of sales and luck in your future." His internet must have went away. He'll be back. OTG, thank you. The underbase.
All right, thank you, Shayna. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Shayna.
So Kim McDowell is asking, what will your ink prices be?
So for the DTF ink, I'm looking at $120 for the 6-pack. So for the cyan, magenta, yellow, black, and 2 whites, we're looking right at $120. And then for each individual color, if you run out of black, you just need black, you just need yellow, or just need I believe the whites is a different price. If I know the cyan, magenta, yellow, and black are right at $20, and the white is at $30.
And why is the white more? Is it a bigger bottle or just cost?
No, it's the same size, but white is generally always going to be more expensive than your other colors, even if it is the same size as your other ones, because it holds that extra weight. And yeah, that's just how the market is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Angelo, I hear you talking about DTF, so I know you love sublimation. DTF starting to rank right up there?
Yes and no. And I say that because both of them have their own place. Both of them have their respective place. If you're trying to do a shirt like this, like all over like this, you're not going to be able to do this with DTF. I mean, you could do it with DTF, but your whole shirt is going to feel like plastic. It's going to feel like you're in between, like you're inside a chip bag, something like that. So, yeah, both of them have their own respective lanes. But I will say DTF only has the edge because you can be able to print onto 100% cotton shirts, 100%, cotton poly blends, leather, cutting boards, glasses, because it has that white ink on it and it has that powder attached to it. Now you can attach it to a whole lot of different things. So I do feel like both of them have their own lane, but it really depends on what you're trying to accomplish, and that will determine, which one is going to be better for you. Now, I do feel like what's going to get pushed to the background is going to be vinyl. Vinyl is going to be obsolete. I don't know exactly when, but vinyl is definitely going to be obsolete. And that is going to boil down to cost. Like it's going to be hard to beat screen print, But if they can ever get, DCG or DTF down to, the cost of screen print and is matching that cost, screen print gonna be gone too.
Man, you heard it here. We gonna see, man.
Wow.
And you said vinyl gonna be gone. You done heard this man already ready to cry up there right now.
Ain't no going outside to the car. I'm gonna cry on TV.
But I mean, well, I'm not gonna say vinyl like I'm talking about all vinyl, but like certain vinyls, like plain regular color vinyls, those are gonna be gone. But like stuff like the puff vinyl, the 3D puff vinyl, the glitter vinyl that you can sublimate on top of, stuff like that, that's definitely gonna stay around, but only because a printer can't print out glitter. It can't print out 3D. It can't do texture stuff. So that's the only reason why they'll still be here.
But Iron Designs, Veronica, she found a way to get the glitter look with DTF.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Who?
Yeah. Iron Designs 813. She got videos on it on her YouTube.
Veronica Hernandez.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to hit them up.
Can I read a few of these comments real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So Nicole Friston, hello, how you doing? Tampa says she has 3 boxes. We went over that. Shay, she says, congrats to Angelo. I wish you lots of sales and luck in your future.
Thank you.
OTG underbase. I'm guessing he was referring to that white, the question about why so much white is being used.
Yep. Red those, man. Come down a little lower.
Okay. That to this creations. That Cosmos ink is already the truth. So I know what to expect out of the DTF ink. Black brown clothing, silicone screen printing is the new way. I'm gonna stop right there.
And he also said DTF is dope. The maintenance is key, definitely.
Yes, maintenance is key. You must do your maintenance. I missed one day. I said like a day and a half. When I came back to it and I ran that printer head cleaning and printed out the nozzle check, I could definitely tell that, the ink did start to dry up within the printer head. So you definitely have to stay on top of that maintenance. I will say this. These are not regular print heads. This is a R2000 with what's called a DX5 print head. And the DX5 print heads are like someone like the top-notch Epson print heads. Just the print head alone by itself is $1,000.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Just the print head alone. Like if it was the print head inside like the 1390 or the L1800 that only has 4 channels. I'm sorry, that has 6 channels, then that one is not as expensive. But then again, that print's slower. But when you're looking at speed, DX5 print heads is like like the Cadillac, like the Mercedes Benz, like it's top notch. But like I said, that particular print head is $1,000 off rip, and that's my cost. Like, yeah, they are up there.
And that's a heated print head, right? It's like the Epson. It's heated.
So.
It can't be heated.
Oh no, my bad. No, it's not heated, but it's up there. I know that.
Does Epson even make heated printers?
Not that I believe so. So I know Canon and HP make their print heads are heat inspired. So that's why when people are doing sublimation, that's why we recommend Epson, because the Epson PZO print head has no heat. But when you start to go into Canon and HP, a lot of those models have heated print heads. Some of them don't, and you can get away with sublimation but it's only like a few of them. But you don't want that, because if we were doing sublimation, it'll start to heat it up, and you don't want to put heat on top of something that needs to be heat activated. But with this particular printer, DX5 print head is not heated.
So man, I got a question. Like, you're very particular about stuff, and you you do your research? Like, what's the process of researching a product and how you figure it's right for your business?
I look at, when you say product, you mean like what, like to sell, or what like
Yeah,
I need on my end
to sell.
to sell? I look at the trends. You definitely want to look at what's going on in your community at the moment. Not saying that you have to jump on all trends, but just keep an eye out for stuff.
Mhm.
I kept an eye out for it. I heard about it back in, like, oh my God. This is my new spot. I've been at this house since December last year. So I've been here about a year,
Mhm.
but I took a picture at the old house and I was sitting down in front of a box that was wrapped up in tape. And I was like, this.
Mhm.
I planned on going into DTF back then. So
Oh,
it's been like, at bare minimum, it's been over a year.
Wow.
mhm.
So I really like look at stuff, see, okay, what are the ins and outs of it?
Mhm.
I have to learn it first before I can turn around and teach it to anybody. I have to go through all the maintenance and all the headaches and testing stuff out, and I have wasted a ton of money, But once I found it, once I got to that point, I'm like, okay, cool, this is, I can work with this. This is good.
Mhm.
Then I'm able to go from there. So yeah, I just study the trends. Don't hop on it too fast. Just sit back, watch it, and then decide, is this something that you want to make a move on? Yes or no?
So why is it important to you to be hands-on with it versus just, here go this money, go get this done to somebody else?
Man, I've been working since I was like 16. No, I'm sorry, since I was like 14. I've been in jobs. And there is nothing more than somebody who, is a manager or they own the business or whatever, but they know nothing about it. Like,
Yeah.
they come up there and be looking around confused, like what do I do? Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it that way? And then you tell them to do it and they be like, oh, I don't know how. Like, I don't want to be that type of person that don't know what's going on just within my business and just with the products that I'm offering. I have to be knowledgeable about it because I know that the questions are going to come. As y'all can see in the comment sections, the questions are going to come. So I have to keep myself knowledgeable to be able to answer those questions. And if I don't, just take it down and do the research and come back with the answer for that question.
As far as the printers go, did you get them here, or did you have like a because I can't, everywhere I look for a printer.
Well, you're breaking
it up.
All right. Y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Mm-hmm.
For the printers that you grabbed, is this out of country, or like, how was that experience getting printers?
You broke up right when you said something. You said pretty much, am I getting them here?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm not getting them from here. They are coming from overseas. A lot of the printers, they don't sell here. So like your L1800s, they do not sell in the United States. Your 1390s, I don't believe they sell here. In your R2000, I don't think they sell that here either. But majority of these printers, especially like when it comes to DTF printers, you're going to be getting them from overseas. Like, they do sell the XP 15,000, and I've seen people, they're able to convert that into a DTF printer and a few other ones as well. But something like this that has the white ink circulation on it, that has all this stuff on it, it's been modified through and through into a DTF printer. Nobody is really making nobody's making those over here like that. And if they are, it's only a certain amount of manpower that they may have at that time, whatever, to be able to turn these printers into a DTF printer, because we're talking about taking the printer, taking the casing off of it, welding a new case,
Mhm.
rewiring stuff, all that stuff. And I don't know how to do all that.
Yeah.
I wish I did, but I just don't. So yeah, they right now they're coming from overseas, and then once they get here, I'm able to check it out, and I'm pretty much able to take it from there.
I apologize, y'all. My internet's acting
Oh,
silly.
you good? You good?
That's good. Tampa Barbecue Queens asks, will you offer classes on sublimation or DTF? I know half the answer to that question myself.
So yes, we're gonna be talking about that in a minute when we talk about this conference.
Yeah. That's big news, man. We got to get to that. Let's finish this up right here. So Anthony answered that. Kim McDowell asked, so is it an Epson R2000 or another brand? And Flawless gave you the answer. It's a R2000 with a DX5 print head.
Yep.
She just explained makes it go a hell of a lot faster than a normal printer would. Ambition Crafton said peace, love, and DTF.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
T-shirt gang, what's going on, Samuel?
How you doing tonight?
So I don't see no more questions for you about the DTF. So, man, you just mentioned that conference. Can we get on that? Can you?
Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and talk. Let's wrap.
So
where's it?
You got your conference coming up in summer. I assume it's summer.
Mm-hmm.
So can you just tell the people what to expect and what's going to be happening with that? So
we decided to launch our own conference because a lot of people in the industry, they have questions. Like they're coming to us to questions before they go to the people that they actually bought the stuff. With questions like they're gonna make posts or whatever. So we decided to host a conference, just to get people, to come out a convention style conference. And with that, what to expect is we're trying to get around 200 plus vendors at the conference, along with 9 classes, 9 workshop classes. And these classes, we're gonna do 3 classes a day for about like 3 days. So it's gonna be a multi-day conference during the summertime. And with that, when people buy a ticket to the conference, we're trying to set it up to where if you buy a ticket to attend the conference, you can be able to get into any one of those classes for free. All you have to do is RSVP.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, all you gotta do is be able to RSVP, and then that way we can lock you in, and then you'll show up to that particular hall or that particular area where we're having the class, and then we'll go from there. A lot of people are gonna show up and they're not gonna, RSVP because it may be sold out or whatever. So we're gonna give it like a little time window to, hey, everybody has to be in before, 10 minutes before. And then once the 10 minutes pass, then we'll start letting people in who didn't RSVP if we have any room left, so we can fill out those spots and go from there.
Can you let us know how many or some of the people that's going to be at this conference?
Oh man, let me get the list.
Yeah, man. OTG Kick said was just about to ask if anyone is going to the Long Beach. Yeah, I see you there. We'll meet you there. But this is a conference that Angelo's doing. So
yeah. So right now, all right. So these are the classes and the people who will be teaching those classes so far. So far, we got how to convert a printer for sublimation, and that's going to be a class by me. We got crafting with your besties, which is going to be Sasha and Sue from Crafting Besties. We got an Etsy specialist, which is Hustle Ninja. He's going to be there. We have Easy Subly tutorial with Darnell Abrams over at Impact T-shirts. Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator by Tiffany McQueen. She's going to give everybody an intro into that. DTF, intro into DTF printing, which is going to be done by Ashley Crocker and Anthony Alexander over at Flawless Crafting and Ambitions Crafting. I'm sorry, Flawless and Ambition Crafting. And then we got another person, Luis Nanga. She's going to be teaching business development. We got a Canva
Okay.
workshop by J. Stewart's Laboratory. And then we got making all over t-shirts with the small format printer by Trell and Trina Johnson.
So,
All-star
so how'd you pick the people to attend or to teach the classes? I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm glad you asked that. So I don't really look at numbers like that. I mean, to be like 100% honest, transparent, like if that was the case, like between me and Craft and Bessie's, like we have the numbers, you know, but my main concern with people, since I'm not looking at numbers, I'm looking at your ability to teach information in a way that it can be accepted and received by the receiver in the way that it was meant to be accepted and received.
Yeah, man.
Like you can be the best worker at your job, like hands down, like stacking all your boxes right, stacking up your pallets right, wrapping them. Like you can be the fastest, best worker at your job, but that do not make you the best trainer.
Right.
So
Definitely.
I need people who are good at training people who are patient, people who know how to properly formulate a message and say that message, and convey it to a point where it's received by the student.
So how much is it the tickets for the conference?
How much we don't know just yet, but I can guarantee you it's not gonna be nothing crazy. So it ain't gonna be no $100. It ain't even go touch 3 digits. I can guarantee that.
Wow.
That's a good deal already off top.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I have my ringer.
Yeah, and that's going to include everything. That's going to include the entry for all 3 days, and that's also going to include access to RSVP at the workshops.
So outside of the conferences and the workshops or the workshops and stuff, what else can people expect, man? I've heard you are very known for your party environment. So was there anything else?
Yeah, I love to party. We are considering doing a gala after the party. Well, I'm sorry, not after the party. Doing a gala after the convention on the final day. I'm still playing with it. More than likely that will happen, but if I do that, I may coincide it with my Cosmos Ink anniversary, because I don't want to do a party during the summertime and then turn around and do another party on August whenever for our second year anniversary. So I'll try to coincide those two. But man, if you have not been if you ain't been partying with me, you ain't been partying.
I heard, man.
Yeah, like
the warehouse, man, they was talking real big about you,
man. Yeah, like I food, all you can eat. We had all you can eat food. Well, as far as what was there, we had a completely open bar.
So, wasn't there like 2 of them?
Yeah. We had 2 bars. One bar was made of ice. So we had an ice bar that had Cosmos Ink, engraved in the ice, like 100% made of ice, top to bottom. We had a big old like 3D projector screen on the wall. Yeah, we had good music. We had good people. Everybody was enjoying themselves. One thing y'all, will come to know about me is that if you see me, in just any type of environment, really, like you go see me walking around talking to everybody. So I'm not the person that be like, I'm gonna just sit right here in VIP and let everybody look at me and all this. I'm not like that. I really like to get out here and talk to people, introduce myself to people, and just talk about what they got going on. How was your day? How are you doing? So yeah, that's the type of person I am.
Yeah, man. So the conference, man, like, is this all just? Do you have like sponsors or anything that other outside of the people that you mentioned that are doing a workshop that are participating in this?
I can't speak on that just yet.
Look, man, he gonna keep.
Yeah, I can't really speak on that just yet. But we do got some.
Look.
We're working on some things.
Look, man, I tried to get it. I tried, y'all. You know, this already sound dope, man. It sounds like it's gonna be a dope experience. So, do you have a day yet?
We do. Like, I have an exact day, like a few days, but I can't really talk about that just yet because we have to like officially lock that down. You know, so once we officially lock that down, I promise you, y'all are gonna see it. Like, I'm not gonna have to tell y'all, like, y'all are gonna see it before I even really say anything about it. You'll see it all on social media.
Yeah, man. Flawless said the drinks, bro. From your party.
Yeah, the drinks was good. Yeah. We had our own. I had my own drink. Like, it was called the Cosmos. Like, I had my own drink. It was crazy.
Man. See, I don't drink, but good Lord, I might have tried one.
Oh yeah.
Yo, we here talking with Angelo of Cosmos Ink. You guys should know who he is. We get ready to head into this commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more from Cosmos Ink. What's up, guys? It's your boy Mike T, back at you with another video. And today we're going to be going over Vinyl Supply Unlimited, where they have a lot to choose from. You can get your matte decal, you can also get sublimation prints, color changing vinyl, different layerable glitters, and also fat head material. You heard me, fat head material. As you can see, my fat head is up there, which is completely removable. I could put it on the car, I could put it on the window, and then take it off and put it on the door and maybe on the floor, you know, wherever it may be. But visit vinylsupplyunlimited.com today. Welcome back, y'all.
That's my sister there, Angelo. She said it. Welcome.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Man, so talk about your group, man, or both of them, both codes for the people that might need a place to find out about sublimation and DTF.
So if you want to find out about sublimation, you can hit us up on Facebook at Sublimation Cove. So just go to the search bar when you get on Facebook, type in Sublimation Cove, and it's gonna pop right up. It'll say Sublimation Cove, hosted by Cosmos Ink. And if you want to learn more about DTF printing, just type in DTF Cove in the search bar. Same thing will pop up. It will say DTF Cove, hosted by Cosmos Ink. I definitely created both of those environments to keep them 100% separate, because I know a lot of people want to come in there, you know, talk about sublimation side of the DTF group, you know, vice versa. And I really don't want to confuse the members, you know, in that group with those projects. So try to keep both of those separate. So if you have a question about DTF, go to DTF Cove. About sublimation, go to Sublimation Cove.
Yeah, man. So what's it?
Will there be a bundle?
The bundle?
Yeah, bundle as far as DTF and Sublimation Ink. Will they be able to get like a bundle pack?
Yeah, as far as the printer, that is the bundle. So that's going to come with, like I said, the printer, film, ink, paper, software, and the oven.
I mean, for those that have sublimation, like, and want to get Sublimation Ink and DTF Ink, if they have both, are you going to offer like a bundle pack both for a minute?
Unfortunately, nah. That'll be like two completely separate packs because they're two different printing processes.
Okay.
So what's a typical day as Angelo and Cosmos Inc. look like?
First thing I do in the morning is I wake up, get my kids up, get them ready for school, make sure they, eat, make sure they well taken care of before they go outside the house, not just looking any kind of way.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so take care of them, take them to school, and then I come back home and I start working. I catch up on emails. My customer service people may hit me up. Warehouse, they'll hit me up every now and then. They need, something's going on, whatever. But I really try to plan stuff out. Right now, my biggest concern is the conference and these the DTF printers. The DTF ink, that's already taken care of. So like that's already being manufactured right now as we speak. I'm just keeping up on that. Also, I ain't told nobody yet, but I can go ahead and tell y'all.
Man, right on.
I ain't told nobody this yet, but I can go ahead and tell y'all. So I am coming out with pigment ink inside of the Eco Tank bottles.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm coming out with pigment ink inside of the Eco Tank bottles, and I'll also have it'll be cyan, magenta, yellow, black, photo black, and gray.
So what's
It'll
the
all
difference
be pigment.
between a regular black and a photo black?
So a regular black is, I want to say, the regular black is dye ink, and the photo black is pigment ink, or it's vice versa. It's one of the two, but it's definitely vice versa. But in our case, all of it is, I'm gonna make all of it pigment ink.
Yeah.
Because when people are doing pigment ink projects, I don't want them to mix, a dye ink in there and then it has a different reaction because it's not a pigment ink.
Right.
So yeah, all of them are going to be pigment inks all across the board for Eco Tanks.
So when can we expect that?
That will drop the same day as the DTF ink. Because that's in the same, that's in the same order, it's in the same shipment, all of that stuff.
So you just coming busting heads all on
No
mercy around here, huh?
Oh yeah. And I ain't said nothing about it, but yeah, it's gonna be Eco Tank, DTF ink, and I'm sorry, Eco Tank, pigment ink, and then DTF ink. All that's gonna release the same day. Only thing that's gonna be lagging a little bit behind is gonna be the actual printers, the DTF printers.
So do you have a date for the ink releases?
A date for ink releases? Not just yet. I have to wait till it actually gets here because y'all know we're going through the port, and all that stuff. So once it actually get to me, then I like to plan it out for 7 days in advance. The printers though, the printers are gonna be crazy. So I'm starting off with, I took a poll. And, I'm also paying for these printers directly out of my pocket. I don't do pre-sales.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're starting off with 100 printers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we're starting off with 100 printers. I know 140 or like 150 people said that they wanted them. So it's definitely going to be first come, first serve on that. And then once they place the order, it's going to come in a crate. We're just going to leave it in that crate. When they place their order, we'll scan the crate, make sure they're getting the correct item, make sure they're getting the correct quantity, and then we'll send it out to them via UPS.
Yeah, man.
The marketing will be like the same as what you did for Cosmos Inc. Or are you going to step it up like 10,000 times more than a Cosmos Sublimation Inc. as far as DTF?
Oh, the DTF. I'm definitely gonna rev it up. But that's another reason why I want a dedicated specialist for that, because I don't want to get to the point to where I feel like I'm abandoning, my sublimation community because I started up something else and now I'm transitioning over there and forgetting about them. So yes, I don't know how to do DTF, through and through. But I will, be my main focus is going to be on sublimation. And people have a DTF question or whatever, or anything like that, then you'll be able to reach out to that DTF department.
That's dope, man.
Aside from the
Or
specialist,
they
like
can just join the group.
Yeah,
join the group and use search bar.
How do you? This is a lot, man. How do you have enough time to do both?
I really dedicate myself. I said I sit down, I focus on what I gotta do, and I zone in on that. I've been doing it for 3 years. Next year will be 4 years. So I've kind of like already got like a pattern, pretty much down pat. Like, okay, once I wake up in the morning, drop the kids off, get back home. It's about 7:45, maybe 8 o'clock. Stop and grab a breakfast sandwich from somewhere. Stop and grab a morning smoothie from somewhere. And then I get back to the house, and I just got to make sure I knock out as much stuff as I humanly can between me getting back to the house and me having to go, back out to pick up the kids, or, go do this or go do that. So I kind of like sit down and just plan out everything. Even when it comes to releasing a new product, like I have a mental checklist of everything I need to do when it comes to releasing a product, like designing my boxes, making sure my UPCs are good from GS1, getting those UPCs, not filed, but entering them into the system. Just tons of stuff, making the listing, taking pictures with it. Everything is very, like I said, everything is very methodical when it comes to how I do my products and how I do my releases. So you just got to sit down and just make time, to be honest. You ain't got to do it all in one day. Like 1% a day is still 265% in a year.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So just find a good pace and just pace yourself with it and then see it all the way through and try to get it to the point where, you can automate it. And once you have it automated, that'll free up your time where you can focus on, another project.
So it's kind of a trip to me that how hands-on you still are with your business. I mean, like, because like you've become pretty important in the last few years. You would think to still be able to run your business and then still take the kids to school and do that stuff, the family, still be the family man. Like that's I commend you for that, man. That's because some of us can't do it on without all that. You know what I mean? Without
it's a lot.
Side, man. Kim McDowell asks, will you have a customer service number for issues with the printer?
Yeah, that's why we're getting a dedicated person. That's one of the reasons why we're getting a dedicated person for that. Yeah, for that department.
Connie Hart asks, Angelo, what is the major difference between the ET8550 and the ET15000? Which is better?
In my opinion, it would be the 8550.
That's the new one, right?
Say it again.
The 8550 just came out recently, right?
Yeah. The 8550 is this one.
Yeah, that's a nice looking printer.
Yeah, so that's the 8550. Personally, to me, I like the 8550 more. Mainly because it has those 6 channels. I know the Epson 15,000, the ET 15,000. I believe that has 4 channels. Let me know in the comment section, Hardy. Connie, if that does have 4 channels. But this one is better because it has 6 and it has that gray channel and that photo black channel. And this is actually a photo printer.
So you're gonna get a lot clearer images.
Yeah, this is a photo printer. So your images are gonna look a lot more clean, a lot more crisp. It's meant for printing photos. So you're gonna get better.
It has 4 channels.
So I mean, it's still the 15,000. Don't get me wrong, it's still a good printer because it can print 13 by 19. That's like the number one thing we're looking for is the size that it can print, and then right after that is the ink channels. How many ink channels is it? The more ink channels, the better, because the wider of a color gamut, the wider your color gamut is, the more colors you have access to in your prints. And then your grays are gonna look better because it's great. It's actually gray ink that's being printed out. Is not a percentage of black.
Yeah. She said she's ordered all the ink already, looking for the printer now. So, Connie, like, if you missed that, the fact that the 8550 is a photo printer, you automatically win there because photo printers print a lot better than a regular printer. So because of they have the extra inks and just the detail, you get a lot more detail from a photo printer than you do a regular printer. At least in my experience. I could be wrong. There might be one that don't do that, but every photo printer I've ever used is a lot better quality.
I'm brand new to the DTFs, and y'all have conformed me to yes. It's a lot of things, like you said earlier. It's a place for it. At first, I was just like, I get the transfers, but now I'm seeing it's easy for it because a lot of the sublimation stuff, man, like you said, that 100% polyester, it's a no-go. A lot of my customers turn that down.
Yeah.
They not want to have that square shape either. Go ahead.
I can actually show y'all something I printed on.
Yeah, Connie said yes, color will be more vibrant. Yeah, definitely. Man, we appreciate y'all coming out, man. Y'all know we typically do this Tuesdays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. Pacific.
I got this design from are y'all familiar with Debbie Does Designs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this design from her website, and this is printed on a plaid button up.
And that's all
material is, I want to say this is the material with visco.
I like that shirt though.
It's 55% cotton, 45% visco.
Oh, and that's sublimation on the back of there?
No, this is DTF.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is DTF printing, so it got a nice feel to it. It's good. I like it.
It looks great.
Yeah. The only thing I wish could have been different are these black words. You know, like there should have been some type of white offset for them. But once again, this actual image was not made for DTF. It was made for sublimation. So you can't really do anything like that too much, like as far as like graphic work inside of EchoRip or inside of your RIP software. But if you do apply that inside the RIP software and take that image over inside of your design software and then export it as a PNG and then pull it into your RIP software, you should be good to go from there.
Flawless said the XP 15,000 has 6 channels.
The XP, she said she has the ET 15,000.
Oh yeah, ET 15,000. Right.
Yeah. So the ET 15,000. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I got 4 channels. So I know for a fact that's going to be cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. And then your XP 15,000 has 6 channels. I believe that's the one with cyan, magenta, yellow, black, gray, and red. If I'm not mistaken. Hey, Flawless, let me know down in the comments if that's right. Is it cyan, magenta, yellow, black, gray, and red?
That XP 15,000, a lot of people are trying to use that for DTF, and there are a lot of horror stories with that printer as far as DTF.
Yeah, because it's not. Yes, none of these printers are made for DTF. I mean, like if you really want to get technical about it, none of them are made for DTF. But then you have ones that are really like converted over into DTF. Like for instance, my printer. Before they modified this, that printer did not look like that at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
They stripped the whole casing off, and everything. Like put the metal on it. Like they said, they did the welding, they did the wiring, they did the white ink circulation. So you gotta drill a hole in the side to put the motor, into the tank. Then the timer is on the inside of the machine, so you can't adjust the timer to like go off every 15 minutes or whatever, like 30 minutes, and that's it. So yeah, there's a lot of modifications that are done to these printers, but because those modifications are done correctly, it makes that printer a better choice for using DTF that way versus buying, a printer straight out the box, and you're gonna have to do, a lot more work to that printer because it's fresh out the box. Like it's no white ink circulation, it's none of that stuff. Like you have to reset your cartridges. The ink levels may not, match up exactly. You don't have a roll feeder. It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, so you being with the sublimation background, do you have any plans of doing any type of products like the Easy Subly or anything like that for Cosmos Ink?
Honestly, no.
Mhm.
I didn't even see myself doing the printers, to be honest. I just wanted to do ink, and that was it. I know a lot of people look up to me in the community, just because I'm one of the few people that actually came in with a game plan, did it, achieved it, but not only achieved it, I also helped out a lot of people along the way. So there's other products out there that other people are selling or whatever. I highly encourage people to do that, because I'm not trying to be Walmart.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to sell every single thing. It's not. You can never have all the money in the world. It's not possible.
Flawless said you are correct.
Keisha Monique says, when you are speaking, if the ET8550, can this be converted for sublimation? Maybe I missed something.
Yes, I'm glad you said that. So yes, the EcoTank 8550 can be converted into sublimation. However, that printer cannot be converted into DTF.
Yeah,
8550. I mean, I'll say it like this. Can it be? Yes.
it's not.
Should you do that? No. Can it be? Yes. Should you do that? No. Because I don't want to take all back over there because my camera really not going to reach that side. But on the EcoTank 8550 and the DTF printer, the R2000, the difference between those is the access to the tanks. So the R2000 has the tanks on the side. So even if it didn't have that automatic circulation system, I could just pick that tank up, shake it a few times, and put it back down in there, and I'm good. With the 8550, those tanks are not on the outside; it's on the inside. So you can't just shake your white. You can't even just shake that tank. So you have to pick up your entire printer and shake the entire printer.
And
to agitate your white ink. Like you don't want to.
Yeah, that's too much. That's way too much. You be shaking a printer every day, and then like people, I saw like just some comments I've read in the past, and people were talking about, man, they don't mind having if they had to shake the whole printer. Like, what else are you doing to your printer on a shake besides shaking the ink, though? You know what I mean?
Nope.
That stuff.
Yep, you're shaking up other stuff, and then as soon as the printer break, you're gonna come to us, or you're gonna go back to Epson, or you're gonna go back to wherever you got the printer from. It's really not worth it. It's really not
at all.
Perfect for sublimation printing, though. That printer is a beast for sublimation printing, but DTF not so much.
So, man, with the sublimation, man, do you see sublimation growing up, going to college? Just being funny, but like, do you see it advancing in the future outside of just the polyester or any other type of thing like that?
Honestly, I don't know. Sublimation has been here for a lot longer than a lot of people realize. It's been here since probably like before I was born. Like about it, but I do see it going places. But as far as to where it goes, I mean, that's really We really just have to wait and see, to be honest.
Period.
We really have to wait and see. If it does go on cotton, you know, there has to be some type of polyester underbase, you know, for that. But even if you did have, let's say they came out with white ink that was a polyester base, you know, white ink.
Mm-hmm.
All your other ink is still sublimation. So
Yeah.
at that point, if you're going to be introduced in the white ink, you may want to just go over into DTF, to be honest.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, because your DTF ink, as far as your cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, and your sublimation ink, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black, both of those damn near have the same viscosity as water.
Mm-hmm.
So only thing different is your white ink. You're adding, you know, your white ink is going to be thicker. Sublimation ink don't have white ink, you know, so you're using that, and then you're putting the powder on the back of that, and then melting that down just so it can adhere to whatever you're pressing it to.
Yeah.
So if sublimation ever did get white ink, you may as well go with DTF.
So do you still print?
Do I still print for people?
No, I imagine you don't have time for that, but I'm just saying in general. Like, do you still make your own shirts or shirts for the kids or anything like that?
Yeah. I definitely still print. I still keep myself up to date on it. I definitely still do my maintenance. So even if I'm not printing, you know, for a week, I'm definitely running my printer head cleanings on my printers. I gave some of my printers away because I had just too many printers. Yeah, so I still print from time to time. And then like if I ever do when I do a tutorial, I have to print and actually go through making that product myself and, you know, jot down all my findings, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm doing like a real life science project, you know, behind the scenes. And then once I come up with, you know, my final conclusion, I try to replicate that process again and see if I come up with the same outcome. Then if I do, then I'll be like, okay, you know, I'm video ready, you know, for that. And then I'm able to go from there.
Congratulations on the store opening too. I know we went past.
Thank you. Man, y'all should have came. It was
man, I heard Anthony told me about it.
Man, it was a whole movie. I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous at first because there wasn't a lot of people at first because it started raining and whatnot. I'm like, oh man, ain't a lot of people out here, but like people stayed and then people started showing up more and more. And then next thing you know, we in there doing a Jumba beatbox challenge in the circle. Like, it was fun. It was so fun. Shout out to everybody that came out, even if you didn't stay for that long. Just shout out to everybody that came out and showed love that day. I really thoroughly enjoyed myself, and we'll do the same thing next year.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, we'll be there. We'll be there.
Yep, same caterer, same bar people. The caterer, the food was amazing.
Wow.
Food was amazing.
Yeah, Flawless had told me, man. He said he had a good time out there.
Yeah. Folk was asking like, "Hey, where the after party at?"
Yeah, he's ready to keep going. Marcus C. Jones Sr. Asks, I'm a little late, but being super new into adding sublimation in my lineup, what is a major pro and con on getting an EcoTank printer converted versus Epson F170 or a different sub printer?
All right, so the major, I guess, con for getting an EcoTank over a Epson F170 or a printer that's actually made for sublimation is just that. Those printers are made for sublimation, so you're gonna hear that random printer head cleaning that printer is gonna be doing. One thing I have found out though about the Epson F170 and the Epson F570, and I kind of wish I knew this before getting it, was you can't control how much ink come out of each ink channel. So that's why we have to generate, color profiles, so that way we're applying a color profile to the current amount of ink that is coming out of each channel, and how those colors will look on screen versus once it's finally pressed, and what that final color output would be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if
Why
you
is
do
that so? Hey, can I stop you right there, Angelo? Why is that so important?
why is that so important?
Yes.
Dang, I wish I could share my. Can I share my screen?
I don't know what you see on your end. If so, you should see it right at the bottom. Hold on, let me look. Stop cam, Mike. Yeah, you should see a share button at the bottom if you can.
Okay, so this I'm gonna show y'all.
Got the belt to my foot. Everybody, thank y'all for tapping in with us. My internet is tweaking, so if I go off again, I'm sorry. I apologize in advance.
All right, so here we go. So this is not a sublimation printer. This is not the software for that. This is the software for the DTF printer. And if you look over here to your right, where it says color management, you can choose right here where it says ink limit 50%. That's how much ink it is putting down. All right, and then we go down here. We go to cyan, yellow, magenta, and black. You can change these values to lay down more cyan if you want more of that blue. Your yellow, you can change that if you want your stuff to look more yellow, and just tweak these numbers to have it match what's on your screen. Right now, you can do that with DTF because this is the software that's it's attached to. This is the RIP software. But with the EcoTank printers, and even with the Epson F170 and the Epson F570, they don't have this particular software to where you can come over here and change these values to get a better match of what's on your screen. So how do we get a match of what's on our screen? That's why I had to create a color profile to be able to match more so of what's on your screen. If that make any sense. So if this right here, if this yellow right here, or this gold right here was, a little bit more yellow, and I want to make it a little bit more yellow to match on here, I just come over here, change this from 85 to, let's say, 95, or let's say it's a perfect yellow and I don't want it to be that perfect yellow. I want to, to bring it down some because it's a little too bright. I'll turn that 95 down to 60. And then so on and so forth. But you can't do that with the EcoTank printers or the Epson F170 printer as well.
So, wow. M. Blackwood asks, can you scan a picture from the WF7720 converted to sublimation? Are there any details on how to do that from the LED screen on printer? And
no.
I'll make sense help.
I mean, you can, but I highly recommend do not use a scanner for sublimation, because every time you scan the image, you're degrading the quality of that image. Yeah, every time you scan it. So just to avoid that, I recommend not scanning your image and trying to use it for sublimation. I mean, unless you absolutely have to, like it's a picture or something like that, you can scan it and then send it over into your computer, and then save that image on your computer, and then load it up into Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator, whatever design program that you're going to be using, and then print from there. But don't try to put it in the scanner and then hit print.
Yeah.
Scan and print, and then thinking that it's going to come out, all good. That's not going to be the case. It's going to be a terrible image.
What was the hardest process as far as this journey with the DTF? What was the hardest thing to think of and to come up with?
As far as DTF?
Yes.
The hardest thing to come up with, honestly, was the actual process, like the time, it takes to get the items, and everything. Like Like I said, it's not something that I have been, I just woke up one day like last week and was like, yeah, I'm gonna do DTF stuff. Like that wasn't the case. It took over a year to really like get all this stuff, into motion and testing things out and going from there. So I say the hardest part was just the whole trial and error part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then once you get past that trial and error part and be like, okay, this is exactly what it is, this is, good, then you can be able to grow from there.
So with that printer, like how many times did it take for the back and forth before you got it to where you wanted it to be?
Oh, it took a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely took a while, but I think we're good now. There's always room for improvement, and that's just not with printers. That's in life, period. But I'm definitely trying to get it to the point to where if I can't talk about that just yet, but
look, man, look, he keep on.
we're
We're
gonna be good. I will say this: we're gonna get a lot of people to the point to where they're gonna be in a production style environment. I will say that we're gonna get a lot of people to the point where they can be in a production style environment. So whether they're gonna be printing transfers or whether they just want to, print some stuff to knock out, a 100 shirt order instead of having to order from, somewhere else, like order those transfers from somewhere else, they'll be able to print out those transfers without, having to wait and, doing all loading the sheets up all the time and doing all the manual work. So yeah, we're working on some pretty good stuff, pretty solid stuff.
Man. Advancement, huh?
Yeah.
M. Blackwood said, okay, I was doing a paint party and wanted to scan up a coloring book quickly. Just thought I could scan a black and white photo without using the computer. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Hey, I got a quick question for him. Is if you're doing a paint party and you're scanning that coloring book, you're just scanning the outline, correct? I'm pretty sure you're going to say, yeah, he's just scanning the outline of the image. If so, if he's just scanning the outline, then I would just scan that outline, take it into a not silhouette, maybe silhouette. Take it into silhouette and then do a trace and then save that trace, make it all black, and then export it as a PNG.
And to do that, you'd have to have the Silhouette Business Edition.
Yeah. Yep. You can do that or do it inside of a vinyl cutting software like a master. What's it called?
Yes. Vinyl Master.
Yep. Vinyl Master. You can do it in there. I would just load that stuff up in there and then just save it as a PNG, and then just drag and drop that PNG into your design software. Save that as a file. And then if you ever got to go back to it and print it out, you know exactly where it's at, and it's an all black. Like perfectly black image. It's not going to be a faded black or anything like that. So you can be able to do it from there.
So Marquis said that sweet, that's a game changer. Talking about what you're doing to the DTF. M. Blackwood said yes, they're using a comic book. Also, I use Puzzles and I do have Business Edition. And Connie Hard said you can do that in MS Word. I've seen a lot of good stuff out of Word. Sorry.
Y'all have?
Yeah, like I've seen some people that have done like straight nice designs in MS Word specifically for sublimation. Yeah. In the past, like I don't know. I've never tried it, but some stuff I've seen and they said it was out of MS Word. I've seen some nice stuff out of there. Don't ask me how.
I've never tried it either.
I don't know nothing about MS Word. I'm all Silhouette right now.
Yeah, I'll let them do that.
Man, so it's dope that like, man, you trying to take the DTF game to the next level.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a lightweight personal question. So when you pass, what do you want to be remembered for?
Honestly, I just want to be remembered to my kids as a good father and my wife, as a good husband, as a good man. Everything else, is definitely an added bonus, to that. But as far as just personal wise, that's definitely what I want to be remembered as.
I feel that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother.
Yeah.
Connie said
that bar high on the sublimation side, and it looks like you're getting ready to set the bar very high for that DTF. So
yeah. It's a lot of stuff that's gonna be said. It's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be legendary. I will say that.
Yeah, man.
It's really gonna be cool.
Connie said, I designed 90% of my design work in MS Word.
What?
The baby's booty said she's used Publisher. Like I'm telling you, a lot of people use it. I don't know how. I can barely type a letter in MS Word. Hell, man. Marquis said I was a solid answer, man. # legacy. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like there are people that I can think of. I'm not gonna name no names, but I can think of. I can ask that same question, and the first thing that would have came out of their mouth would have been business related. And it just shows what type of person you are with your answer from that, man. So, and that's huge. All the family, the kids, and all that is more important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Texas Finest said, "Hey there, squad. How's it going? What's up, Frankie? You always late to the party. Always tardy to the party, man. What's up, Frankie?
wow.
So, man, go ahead, Michael.
You gonna be doing a class over this, over DTF?
Over DTF? I should.
I think we need one, man. We need one. We need a class over it. I haven't hopped into it, but I am seriously, like I said a few minutes ago, I really want to get into it. I think this could change the way that my business is operated right now. And, with the production mode you were just talking about, that's definitely something I would like to, be able to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Can't take the money with you when you're, hold on, I just ran across the comment. When you're gone, that's OTG kicks.
Yep, that's real. You cannot.
So, yes, a class, please. Connie Hard.
Yes, I'll definitely end up having a class on it. I do want to, have, Anthony and Ashley, and definitely involved in that as well. But as far as, if I can do a class on it, once I get some more things down pat and I can run everybody through, a quick introduction of what I've learned, so far, what I've actually tried, what I've actually done, not hypotheticals or anything like that. Like, what have I done and what are the results that I have seen and what have I done so far to get those best results and be able to relay that information as well.
Anthony has a course over there, though. Right now, $20 for the course in DTF Cove. I do know that. But I mean, probably since then there's been some advancing, but I know he has that course.
Marquis C. Jones Senior asks, but seriously, I'm at the crossroads on pulling the trigger on DTG versus DTF. That's a good point.
That's a very good question. So pretty much what's the differences? The main difference is going to be with DTG. You got to pre-treat your shirts. Mm-hmm. That's the main thing. You got to buy an extra piece of equipment to pre-treat your shirts. You have to spray it and heat press it dry, and all that stuff. Yeah, but
it's a lot of few extra steps and a couple, probably at least another $1,000 or more in an investment off top.
Yep. I think your best bet between DCG and DTF in my opinion, DTF.
Mm-hmm.
I think eventually is gonna put DTG like out the game.
Yeah.
And honestly, it might put DTG out the game before it put out vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hurt me every time you say put the vinyl out, man. That's a lot of work.
I mean, vinyl do have specialty items. So like those specialty, like if a printer can't do it, it's still gonna be room for that. Like until a printer can print like puff letters or stuff like that, like it's always gonna be a space for those specialty items.
Period.
And then another thing is budget. Budget plays a big part. So everybody can say they want DTF or they want DTG, but have a vinyl cutter budget.
That's true.
So that's just how it is. When I first got in, I started off, I couldn't even afford a vinyl cutter. When I first came in, I can only afford a little notebook, notebook computer, and then actually I did have a little vinyl cutter. I had a Cameo vinyl cutter, but then I didn't even have a sublimation printer. I started with the Avery transfer paper.
Yeah.
Look how far you've come, though. Look how far you've come since then.
I don't get this question. When I first got Epson 2720, a lot of people told me to not get Cosmos ink and to use Epson ink, but ignorant that I am, I didn't listen and got myself Cosmos ink. Cosmos ink and Epson ink are two different things.
Yeah. So Epson ink, the ink that comes with it is going to be pigment ink. It's going to be pigment ink or dye ink or a combination of both. It's not going to be sublimation ink. A lot of people think that it's sublimation ink straight out the box. That is not sublimation ink. That is inside those bottles when you buy those printers.
Yeah. The Marquise also put the budget part is why I have been hesitant on choosing. Don't want to invest in DTG when it's truly going to be taken over by DTF.
That's
very true.
It's
true. Because you're looking at 15, maybe 20.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
And then like just to have to buy that pre-treater, that pre-treatment machine, like how much more real estate are you taking up in your area for that machine? And then spray it down, put it on the heat press, heat it, dry it off. You got to dry this whole area where you're going to print it. Or if I'm not mistaken, you pre-treat the whole shirt. Then you got to dry this shirt out. Then you got to put it on your plate and put it back into the machine, then print it. Then, you know what I mean? And
a lot of steps.
Like it's hella steps between from start to finish. So one thing Stan Banks pushes is time, man. How valuable is your time when you look at that investment? And then like right here, he got Angelo got the machines coming out for $4,500 or whatever, $4,000 and $5,000 for this machine that's already ready to roll. You print, you get in your software, you print your printout versus you got to go put down $15,000 to $20,000 on a machine that has a hell of a lot more work. I mean, it boils down to how valuable is your time, how valuable is your space in your work area. Do you want to be crammed in if you got a smaller space, or you know what I mean? Like there's a whole bunch of different variables between DTF and DTG, and DTF is advancing every day. So
every day.
Texas, he kind of answered that around a little bit earlier. Sublimation was out, like you said, before he was born. It just now took off, and now it's made more accessible. I think every year the processes get that much more better because people have had time to see its flaws and the cracks. I'm referring to this right here. DTF has been in the game for a long time. The first person to bring it back was Brother Ernest. You can bring something back, but it got to be better than what it was before, what caused its original extinction.
It's definitely it wasn't extinct because DTF wasn't accessible. DTF wasn't accessible to the home person. It was more of an industrial thing, if you really dig to the history of it. So now it's accessible to us home businesses and small businesses that it's affordable. It's been made affordable. and like every day people like Flawless and Ashley and Anthony, Jason Make, Veronica, these people have found so many ways to better it in the last year and a half, and and to make it advance. You know what I mean? So and then like I don't know, it's a lot of different stuff going on with it, and sounds like Angelo is off to the races on making it even better than what it was before all this. So I mean, it's time, man. Honestly, that DTG, man, don't invest that time or that money into that thing, man. Just because I'm sorry.
Also, and then you gotta have your room has to be a certain humidity in your room.
Oh yes,
and a certain temperature, and you can't have your DTG printer in the same room as your pre-treatment machine.
Wow.
Because those particles will get into the air from your pre-treatment machine and can get into your DTG printer and mess up your DTG printer.
Marquis said, yep, I'm sold. Now I have to figure out which DTF and or how. Yep, I will be on when you teach that class. The baby's booty said only certain shirts fit. Got to have a different plan for different shirts, and that's DTG. That's another disadvantage right there. Flawless said I gave away my DTG. I gave my DTG away when I started DTF, and he did. He just gave it away. The baby's booty said you can't DTG hats. I think I forgot the name of the company right now. I'll think of it, but there is an attachment now for one of them machines, but it's a 2015. I think it's like a $20,000 machine to DTG a hat. So Connie R said on the next commercial break, Angelo, can I message you on Facebook? I only need a minute of your time.
Send me the message and I'll get to it after. Because the commercial breaks are going fast.
Yeah.
Not gonna be a minute. So send me a message and I'll get to you after.
Connie also said, wow, that's good information. Marquis said, oh snap, man, I am so glad that I was able to get on this episode. Appreciate you, brother, for being here. Connie Hard said, is DTG almost the same as eye color? Ooh, that's a whole nother story. Good Lord, that eye color, man. I don't. If you go back, I don't know what episode it is, but you'll see we got an episode with Breeze Tees. He breaks down that eye color. He's one of the people that, and he's very versed in it. And eye color gets a bad rap. It's a handful of people that even use it. It's hard to use. It's hard to use for one. It's expensive, extremely expensive. But if you go back and watch that video we did, that interview we did with Breeze Tees, you'll find that eye color is that's gone.
Yes, that's the whole process behind that eye color, man.
After the research that I've done on it and like talking to that brother, I'd rather use 3G jet opaque paper.
Oh man.
So, like really deal, man.
That's horrible.
Connie said she's sending it, Angelo, when you get a chance. But so do you no, I already asked you this, never mind. So man, it's exciting to hear about what y'all about to do with this DTG. I mean, excuse me, look that we talking DTG, DTF. Right. So please bring it here. Come talk about it with us, man. We need it so we can get it to the people.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Yo, we about to head into that commercial break that Kanye R was just speaking about. When we come back, we'll have rapid fire and finish speaking with Angelo. We the smallest in the game with the biggest guest to do it.
Period. I like that. Before we get started, man, I got to shout out. We got a sponsor, Vinyl Supply Unlimited. Authorized Caesar dealer, the only Metamark. They sell the only Metamark decal vinyl in the country. Get with Vinyl Supply Unlimited. Put in
Squad Creative.
10, you get a 10% discount off your order. Free shipping over $50.
Once again, head on over to vinylsupplyunlimited.com. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. Squad Creative's code. It's my computer, y'all. My macaroni acting crazy, and I'm already on air, so I can't swap it off. I do.
Yeah, that thing need to go in the gut like a eye color 650. Flawless said no. He gave away eye color 552. Flawless didn't have every machine invented, honestly.
Look,
and he's settled on DTF. Like,
yep, and he is not lying.
Yeah, Sayers business.
What?
Yeah. The baby's booty says, sorry, was driving, can't do hats, pants, onesies. You can do onesies on a Cricut without special attachments.
Look, man.
I'll just be saying, I'm just saying. I was just playing. So, Angelo, you said you started out with a cameo.
Yeah.
And so how long were you doing vinyl before you discovered sublimation?
Oh man, I was doing vinyl on and off for, I say maybe 2 years, on and off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know, like you took that ball with that. I'm trying to read the comments and talk at the same time, but you took that sublimation ball and ran with it, man.
Oh man, dude, I kid you not. I learned about sublimation maybe in March of 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like that's really not that long ago.
No,
I learned about it in March. I'm a very, very, very fast learner. So like you sit down, you show me how to do something, especially like if it's something physical. You show me how to do something one time, like that's it. It's instant muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned about it in March. Between March, April, and May, I absorbed so much information. Between those 3 months, I had helped co-start up another group by June.
Hell yeah.
Then I started my group by October.
Yeah, man.
And I already had ink in by then. I think I got the ink in like in August.
So you started with what, 4 bottles or something, wasn't it?
5. I started with 5 packs. 5 4-packs.
Yeah.
5 4-packs of ink. And we was and it wasn't nothing like it is right now. Like it didn't come inside of a product box. Nothing. It just came as the bottles. I printed out my own labels from my printer, and then they're waterproof labels. Slap those labels on the bottles. So it was cutting open the packaging, taking the bottles out the packaging, doing each and every label. We're talking about each syringe and each needle. We were packing those ourselves into those sandwich bags you can get on the hobby aisle at Walmart. What else? I was in the beginning, I was selling pre-filled cartridges with the kit.
Mm-hmm.
But I was filling up all the cartridges myself by hand. So it takes 6 hours just for cyan. 6 hours about 4 to 6 hours for each color. So cyan, magenta, and yellow, 4 to 6 hours. And then that black, you got to fill it 4 times.
Yeah.
So that black could take like 12 hours to fill up.
Wow.
All the cartridges. Then after that, I was like, oh no. After a while of doing that, over and over and over, you just get to the point where you're like, nah, there's got to be a better way. So that's when, we reached out to our vendors. I did all my box work myself. So the whole, like all my packaging is designed like through and through straight by me, like not operating off of a template or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I did all the box work, and then we just went from there.
So what Cosmos, what's the idea behind that, the name?
The idea, I've always been infatuated with space. If you don't know me, I love Star Trek. I love Star Wars.
Really?
I love this Spider-Man Multiverse of Madness about to come out. Like I love,
Yeah.
just stuff dealing with space and time. And when you look in the sky, the cosmos has like all the colors. All the colors, probably even colors that we haven't even seen yet with our eyes.
Right.
So that's how I came up with that term, Cosmos Ink.
That's dope, man. That was kind of deep.
That was.
That was kind of deep there, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
One more question before we get into that rapid fire. Connie asked, what made you want to do ink? Great question there.
Man, honestly, I just got lucky. I was just like, a lot of people. So from a business standpoint and from a personal standpoint, when you come into a Facebook group, and I wish I knew this beforehand, when you run a Facebook group, it's not a matter of if it's going to grow, but when it's going to grow and how fast it's going to grow. People don't understand, when you have a Facebook group, it ends up becoming a full-time job. Like people are gonna be in your inbox, people are gonna want to post up stuff. You're gonna have people who want to come in there and siphon off members. You're gonna have agitators, in the group, people who got a dog as their profile picture and go to their real page and only got 2 posts. First thing you want to do is complain about something and never made a post in the group. Like you're gonna have people coming at you from all angles, and thinking back on it, still to this day, your time is not free. That's why you go to work and you trade your time for money.
Yeah.
Time just isn't free. So I had to figure out a way to be able to be properly compensated for my time, and for forming the environment, and just offering that information, completely free of charge. Because I've been could have took all my videos off of YouTube and then started my own class, and then made people sign up for my class, and then that'll give you access to the videos, and all that. But I didn't want to go that route. I wanted to give people a chance to listen to what I'm saying, and then if you want to support me after that, that's completely up to you. But I know for a fact there's people out there looking at my videos, using my videos as an instructional video to use somebody else's ink or whatever. Which if that's the case, I can't really I can't really beat that. So what made me get into the ink, honestly, was the fact that I started up the group, and I know that it was a lot of people that wanted help, every day, and I had to be compensated for that. So I decided to sell ink.
So, yeah, man, thank you. Just made me think of some things. But Sketches the Design said your packaging is awesome. It really is, though.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Mike T's, man, hit him with that rapid fire, man.
All right, so the spiel is, you already know I'm going to ask you 5 questions. You can answer to the best of your capabilities or not.
Or not, ain't no
First
not,
one. You've been a few places. What's the best place that you visited for vacation?
Dubai, hands down. Dubai.
That was quick, so that was good.
That's a great trip. Yeah.
Man,
I would say go in more on it, but
about 30 years, they will have us looking like a third world country. I swear to God. If they keep up at the same route that they going at right now, about 30 years, it's gonna be, hey, feed an American baby for 10 cents a day. Like
wow.
For real.
I believe it.
So you have a multitude of colors on your box, your packaging, and you told us your favorite color before. Has that changed at all?
No, still black. Black is always my favorite color. Yeah, I love black.
Seek, I'm gonna switch it up. Ask him a quick question.
Nikes or Adidas?
Nike.
Wow. Last question. I've been stuck on vinyl, and I'm a person that's stuck on vinyl. What's something that you would tell me to convince me to go to sublimation or DTF?
No more weeding.
Done deal.
So that was it. quick rapid fire, man. I appreciate you answering those questions and coming back on with us. I apologize to the crowd too for my computer, my whole everything that's going on right now. But it's an honor and a blessing to have you on here, man, Angelo. And every time we talk to you, or every time I even see you, you're inspiring, you're uplifting, and you are motivating us to go just that much harder, man. Keep being great. Keep doing the things that you are doing. On the outside looking in, you doing it, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
So that's the end of rapid fire. And we got any more questions in the comment section?
I'm looking.
That's creation. So like, yeah, right. No more weeding. Enough.
Yeah, man. True. Connie said, okay, your ink is good and popping. And M. Blackwood said, totally agree about your comment about Dubai. Connie said, thanks for all the good advice and answering all the questions. Marquis said, appreciate this, fellas. Appreciate y'all for stopping in. And for those of y'all that are new, because I noticed some new names, man, we typically do this Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then we might pop up in the middle of the week like we do right here. Y'all like, comment, y'all subscribe over there, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend. You know, appreciate y'all.
Can we get your website? If y'all should know it, but Angelo, where can we find you at?
You can type in cosmos-ink.com. So that's COSMOS-INK.com. And you can also just type in straight cosmosink.com.
Yeah, man. So one more question before we end this though. How often are your product drops? Because like you get your warehouse full and it's gone. You don't
as soon as you sneeze, it's gone. I can't even.
So depending on the item, I try to get things expedited as fast as possible. A lot of people have been asking, say, hey, when is your photo black and gray gonna be back in stock? Is actually in the mail right now. I got confirmed tracking information, so it's gonna be on the way. When the product does run out, what I try to do is let's say it's right now it's the 8550, right?
Mm-hmm.
Online is showing it's sold out, but it's not. We got some in the warehouse, but what I do is once it get down to a certain amount, I never list all my inventory. So once it's down to a certain amount, if like let's say you ordered a photo black from me and you need another photo black or you need another gray, I don't want to sell out of these items and then people who already have my ink in their printer need it and can't get it. So all you do is just contact customer service. They contact my warehouse manager. He add one to the website, and then you get on there and you get it right then and there. You on there and you order it right then and there. So that way that'll help people out that already have our ink inside of their printers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't say nothing, but I do have shirts on the way.
Oh, really?
Yes. I have a whole container of shirts.
What's the sizes?
That's something for big boys, please.
We got small through 5X.
There we go. Really? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we got small through 5X, and it's going to be a lot of shirts, and a lot of people are going to want them, and they're going to be affordable too. They're going to be, I want to say, around like $475. It was $450. It went to $475. So yeah, they're going to be definitely really affordable, and people have been going insane over these shirts.
Man, I like to try your shirts, man.
Yeah. To give y'all a number last time.
Because I know you got the person had that right. Oh, I was waiting on you.
I was gonna say to give you a number. Last time we had 20,000 t-shirts, and they all sold out within like a few hours.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, we had about 20,000, and they bought them all up. So yeah, we definitely gonna we got a lot more this time going around. So as soon as that come in, those are gonna go crazy as well. And these are sublimation blank shirts.
Yeah, I like to check them out. I'm about to check them out. Flawless said one love. I appreciate y'all for making me better. Keep it flawless. All right, brother. Holla at
We
you, man.
appreciate you as well.
All right, bro.
Everybody that's tapped in.
Yeah, man. So before we close out, any last words for the people?
Stay consistent. Please stay consistent. Don't get sidetracked. There's a lot of distractions out here. Just don't get distracted. Just stay focused on what you're doing and apply that pressure to it and just keep on going.
Period. Man, thank you, brother. Thank you, Angelo, man, for coming out here, man, and talking with us and telling us about the new products coming and all that stuff there. Once you take the game to the next level, we'd love to have you back to talk about that too.
Yes.
And
all y'all,
man, I appreciate having y'all. Well, I'm gonna talk to y'all outside of that. We're gonna talk about that after.
We see y'all Saturday. Thank y'all for coming out. It's been episode 63. Peace.
Saturday we back with author and owner of Juice Baby Apparel, man. He wrote a children's book. Saturday, y'all tap in with us. We'll see y'all then.